Hello and welcome back to this Let's Play series in Crusader Kings 3 Realms in Exile. We are playing Mount Gram with the Skull Keeper here, aiming towards the Empire of Angmar. Last episode we only just expanded a little bit, we still have a ways to go. We do have a colony here and we're going for pedagogy. Gundabad has expanded as well, and we do have this duchy here. Uh, Not quite a settlement yet. A delving, I mean, sorry. How is Goblin Town doing? 7,000 troops, 8,000 troops, and we are just shy of 4,000. So, let us continue on our merry way. Shaft mines in Mount Gram. Can we raid people? Not quite, I don't think. And you're already looted. There's pedagogy. We could teach you. And the other daughter we're gonna give to our wife. Oh, hello. Well, that's nice. So we've completed this. I will demand your conversion, you wouldn't accept. We'll get a hook on you, that'll be fine. And we can build here some slave mines. We need to block this. We are also over the limit. That is a problem because we have no one to give it to. We need sons, basically. So now we're waiting. We're waiting for us to get sons. We're waiting for money. We could start on Litash though, just to block this further. And we also need to start on Garzugul here. I am now the culture head again. Okay. How long until this is done? 53 years. And how much did you have? 15. I have 10. He would have finished it faster, but we're working on it. At least we have control over it, because he might just adopt some silly tradition that we don't want him to adopt. He has not enough prestige, so that wasn't really a danger either. Can I have a son, please? Or two sons, more specifically? I'm gonna have to give this to someone. I can't keep this, and it's gonna get raided anyway. I can't give you any directives either. If I put you on domestic affairs, how is that gonna change things? You're not very good. You are 13 in intrigue. There we go, it's gonna get raided. I knew it would. We literally don't have the troops to stop them. Can you train commanders, please? But it's okay, because they don't push past the first territory. They just get the neighboring one, and that's it. Can you finish this, or do I have to intervene here? A son, please. We need sons. We're basically waiting. We need to... I should really change this. But we're gonna want planned cultivation for the development. And if we're going that far, we might as well get scholarly circles. We're not that good on piety though. You want to get that vassal out of the faction. Sure. So that buys us some time. Not a lot of time though. Another daughter. At least this one's Amazonian. You. Let's throw you in diplomacy, I think. We could start on this. Let's do that, because it's gonna take some time to deal with it. Bit more experience there. Are you attacking the dwarves? And the dwarves are losing. And I don't have the troops to stop this. I don't like our situation very much. At least Gundabad has the Framlings as neighbors, and they're in a confederation. Nordinbad still exists, which is not terribly surprising. I trust you with it. You're beaten back. Where was this? In Litash. There's the cultural fascination, which brings us to what's the cultural fascination? Aragorn is in Gondor. You're doing urbanization. Okay. Zargul has finished this, but we can't upgrade unless we upgrade the delving, which is gonna cost a pretty penny. Do we really not have anyone better? Okay. Right, so Goblin Town has grown significantly, which is a bit of a problem for us. And they have a lot more soldiers than we do as well, including warriors. Yeah, we're not gonna beat this. Oh, we're equal. Can I actually recruit you, maybe? You want to be paranoid. Paranoid is not a good one. Grab ambitious instead. Can we pay for your travel expense? We can. So if we were to bring her, we could have her as a marshal, maybe. Unless I'm reading this badly. Why can we hire you as a marshal? I don't think we can hire anyone, any lady as a marshal other than vassals. You're expanding in the south, which is a mistake. That's fine, grab a drink. We need to be able to get rid of that stress somehow. So what shall we do here? We could try to expand our economy a little bit. The problem is we'll be stuck for a while because we need to develop an economy that can sustain a bit of an army so we don't get attacked. And we also need to get a lot of prestige so we can get rid of this, because this is painful. It's really, really painful. And what we want is by the sword, and by the sword is expensive. It's 10,000 prestige. But we desperately need to improve our economy. That's not even an option. We're barely making any money. Actually, can we raid you now? We can, and we shall. So, local raiders, get in here. Are you under siege? You're fighting the Goblin Town. You're gonna lose. And why is the what? You're fighting for the whole kingdom title. This guy only has like 2 delvings and 2 settlements, and you declare the war for the kingdom title. Good job. That's not stupid at all. This has been looted. So Goblin Town is gonna be up against Gundabad. Apparently we're a bit of a poet. We should be able to raid him in the south as well. So let's do that. Oh no. No, we're not. He's gonna beat us silly. No, I'm not doing that. I don't trust my own troops because his levies are better than ours. And he has a lot of axe throwers. I don't trust my troops enough. Right, are you done with this? Yes, you are. Perfect. So let's start on this. What else can we do? We can get some hunting outposts done. We really need more children. She's not yet an adult, so we're gonna have to wait a bit. You want to be arbitrary really bad, don't you? Oh no, it was paranoid before. That would hurt your learning. Craven wouldn't. Can you indulge in drink? Son, please. Son. We need sons. We really do. We need to give territories away. How many troops do you have? Not many. You do though. You're building, you're not building. Get me some hunting outposts, please. And what level of devotion are we? Second level of devotion. Okay. We have a son. And he's spindly. Great. Thank you, game. That was very nice of you. Thank you. Right. We need to make money. We really do. We have time to get heraldry. We can focus on culture afterwards, but we need money. And we need to expand faster. Spindly. It's not as bad as it could be. It could be a lot worse than spindly. This is gonna be done in 3 months. We get some more commanders. Let's jump up time at a bit faster speed. There we go. Do we have access to a better partner? Nope. And you abandon the colonies, and I'm fine with that. No, we're not gonna get murdered by you, thank you. Greedy and gregarious would not help you, so lustful it is. The second building will be 200 gold. And this is gonna be done in how soon? 21 months. More babies, please. We don't want a robust, we already have an Amazonian. And I doubt we can raid at this point, because we're simply gonna get attacked. So we have to wait until we can expand. And until we have people to give it to, because at the moment we have no one to give it to. Sure, is that a son? It is, and he's not spindly, he's hell. So my heir gets to be useless, and his second in command gets to be hell instead of robust. Thank you, game. That's very, very kind of you. And I have to spend prestige on stress levels. How are we in Litash? We should afford to upgrade this. Never mind. We can upgrade this though. And because we're gonna have to deal with wolves instead, we can upgrade, we can do income here as well. Nope, we're not doing the fish thing. Right, we're gonna teach you to be a steward. And if we have to teach you to be a military thing, we can. Who's your guardian? No one. We'll give you to your mother, I think. This is my second wife. Yes, yes please. Can we sway you? So we're gonna be stuck for a while. There's not a lot we can do, because there's no way we're beating Gundabad or Goblin Town. It's gonna take some time, basically. In the meantime, maybe we can get you a husband. So let's see, inheritable and matrilineal. Preferably someone with intelligent, but there's no one. There's only quick. I think we're gonna do the beautiful thing. It's the best we can do at the moment. We're getting raided again. But I'm not gonna fight that. There's no point. We're not gonna win against 8,000. It's just not gonna happen. We're gonna handle the issues personally. And we're gonna go for It's My Domain, and then we're going straight down the architect tree. How are we here? Teach the kids, actually. And we'll give it to our daughter here and tell her to get better. And hopefully the tutoring pays off so that he gets better stats, because I'll be stuck with him as an heir unless he croaks. Shaft mines in Gormak. This is delving 2, this is delving 3. We can upgrade this further in both of them, and I think we shall. Oh no, because we need to build these. But we do have 2 sons, so we can start giving out to these territories to a second son. How are we here? You're too weak to send an ultimatum. And we're gonna need another 180 there. We have another son. And you're pregnant as well. You gain melancholic, which is not good. I feel lucky. We got a successful haggle. You know what, we're actually gonna keep this because it gives learning and prestige. Did you give birth yet? No, but you're about to. That's good. Can we get someone who's intelligent, please? Potentially. We're gonna need a lot of children with intelligence, and I wish we could do something to get rid of this. Right, you're building that, and how long until you're done? 2 years. And this? You can switch this. So how long will you take now? 3 years, that's fine. No, we're not going on your mining expedition, that's just not gonna happen. Look at the size of that goblin town. It is entirely feasible he could attack us. We need to start raising troops. We have another son. We can start giving them some territory now. Are we full on these? We are. Plague in Garzugul. Okay. Control plagues. And watch us all die. Did anyone get the plague? No. Very good. You came of age. We need to get you a husband though. Matrilineal. I don't think anything is gonna come out of this. I think our best bet is the beautiful one. So we'll be allied with you. You know what, that's fine. It'll stabilize the kingdom a little bit. How are we with you? Not great. I'm gonna let it run one more time and then we're gonna try to seduce. We're over the domain limit. Why? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 colonies. Melancholy probably killed the stewardship down to the point where we're over the domain limit. So annoying. Right, how much money are you making a month? Less than me. About the same. But you actually have armies being sustained, which is the difference. Why is Bjorning and Imladris not nuking you? Is what I want to know, because you're kind of surrounded. At least he abandoned this, which is good. Because we don't border them anymore. We get orcs in here now. Wonderful. You'd think they would just open the gate. So my chancellor is annoying people. We could actually upgrade this now. We do need more money to be able to sustain an army. So let's see if we can seduce you. And can we get a better wife? No. There goes the seduction thing. How are we for time? That's half the episode gone and it doesn't feel like we've done anything. Yeah, we're not doing this. Minus 25% chance compared to when we started. Excuse me. Right, we'll take it as my domain and we should be able to extort some people. That's gonna come in handy in just a moment. We can upgrade you though. Now we have to increase the delving, which is gonna cost a fair bit. But we're gonna have another ducat and a half out of these two. We have a beautiful child, which is good because your mother was Amazonian. No, we wanted a combination, not a single thing. Matrilineal, not a lot of options. We'll wait some time and then we'll check again. What about wives? Nothing. Okay. Apparently we did manage to seduce her. So can we now demand a conversion? We can. And you're gonna be a zealot as well, which is good. Are we rivals or something? No. Um, yeah, so what we'll actually do is we'll talk. I don't know why the game is spazzing out the characters. I'm not sure what's going on there. Well, at least you're at war with the Bjornings, which means we could possibly attack you. We've been replaced as the culture head. That is not good. What are you fighting for? For that. And you're the ones attacking. Okay. Really, we've increased our splendor. Okay. Right. Um, you. You want to be gluttonous, which is not helping with your stewardship, and the alternatives are awful. Ugh. Fine. You get to be gluttonous. Such awful traits. Mount Gram. And soon you. You still need development. You broke free somehow. And you now have a truce, which is not exactly great for us. You know what, since we're over the limit anyway, who are we teaching? Not a lot of people. Can we teach you? You would be a diplomat. I'm not gonna make an assassin out of you. And you would be a steward. Think I'm gonna give it to the diplomat. Actually, can we teach you to be a... Yeah. We're gonna teach you ourselves. Let's see if we can arrange a marriage. Really, there's no one. Okay. So we can't arrange a marriage, is what's happening here. Let's give you an educator. We can have you be educated by our Lord Master and Tutor. And I think I will give you Litash as soon as it's done. Very well. How big is this duchy? 6 territories. I think we're gonna have to put the steward in there. Which reminds me, we need to have you taught as well. So that's the deep shaft mines in Gormak done. This is waiting on development, and this is waiting on the Orcish tribes. We're gonna get raided again. Just a quick raid over the border and hop back again. I will oversee the deal. And we got well supplied, not bad. And you're how big? 7 territories. Yeah, we'll take the gold, no question. And we're gonna feudalize this. And we're gonna give this away. And the question is, do we give it to you? And I think we will, actually. Congratulations, you are now my vassal. And we need to expand some more. And I think we're gonna go this way with it. And then I think we're gonna improve the delving, because this is gonna take some time to increase. We're still over the limit though. We're gonna need to give this away as well. You came of age, and the question is, who can we marry you off to? We don't seem to have a lot of good choices, so I'm gonna take him, and maybe we'll get some children with Quick. I doubt it, but maybe we will. So now the question is, what is Goblin Town gonna do, and what is Gundabad gonna do? Because they have more troops than we do. Who wants to attack us? You. You've been steadily growing your army by quite a bit. But I actually want him to revolt, because we would then be able to take away his stuff. Feel free to pause and read that little bit of trivia there. Blessed are the meek. You want to be humble. Nothing here ties into bossy or into martial or stewardship, like it's deceitful would probably be better. Because the thing is, this says opinion of liege, opinion of vassals. But this is talking about his opinion of other people, not other people's opinion about him. So that's not gonna help him. We'll take deceitful. You want to be wrathful. You can be wrathful. Let's speed this up a little bit. You want an internal alliance, but I don't want one. Okay, we can go for professional workforce as fast as humanly possible. I'm actually keeping a reserve of cash in case we need to raise an army quickly. Yeah, pay me. So I think we're gonna start looking at giving away this land. You lost against Elrond, which means now we have dwarfs here. If we were to increase your feudal taxes, how much would that get us? Not a lot. I don't want him to be my friend. Yeah, we'll go for this, I think. So are you close to revolting? In 5 months. I became the culture head again. Okay. I will have everyone pay. So, now it's probably safe to start growing this. We have enough cash reserves. And we can stop developing that, I think. And we need to give this away, for sure. You are being educated. We cannot arrange a marriage. Do we have another steward's son? No. No, we do not. Right. We'll give you that one. We're still over our domain, which is obnoxious. We have enough to build slave mines, though. No, we're definitely not going to your grand wedding. How is that revolt coming along? Not happening is what's happening. Yeah, we're taking the money. And we'll start developing this. How are we for time? We're getting close to the hour now. You want to be wrathful. What part of stewardship was this exactly? Because none of these were stewardships. I don't think brave gives anything, no. Stubborn does. We'll take stubborn. We'll take the money. I am extremely anxious about the borders we share. You want to be just, and you're going for learning. Just would be good. Cynical would probably be better. But that would give you stewardship as well. You know what? Keep just. Right, so to upgrade this further, we'd have to upgrade the delving, which is a small fortune. This would be better for now. But no internal alliance. Sorry. Let's go for this. You really do not want to give me. What is this? Yeah, we're not gonna risk the 225, and it would be literally cheaper in Kerisak, yeah? Can we cancel this? We can. So we're gonna abort this construction. And then we're going to hit this button. And the colony survived. Of course it did. Right, you're marrying into beautiful. So we'll take that union. We'll go back to the settlement. We'll start the colony all over again. I honestly thought we were gonna lose it. You have 3,000 troops now. But you no longer wish to revolt because of reasons. Okay. We only have one colony. We only have one colony. Um, we can start colonizing here, I think. Like this is the thing. We're stuck for a while until we can grow sufficiently to actually get some forces to fight them. Or them, depending. Rock quarries in Garzagul. And I'm not even talking about an offensive war, I'm talking about a defensive war, because if he declares war now to take our whole thing, he can. And there's nothing we could do about it. Which puts things in perspective, like this is not an easy start. Now you want to rebel. Okay. Well, on that note, we'll cancel you. And I think we're gonna cancel you. Because that's a lot of troops they have. So what do you have? You have Smakur. And you have Snaga Stalkers. Yeah. We need these so bad it's not even funny. These are the best stats here. Actually, I haven't even looked. What are the best stats? Yeah. And you? You are the same wherever. Okay. We're gonna need to raise some pikemen soon as well. It is annoying that these things happen. Please tell me you're still gonna rebel, because I can absolutely take you with the extra cavalry. My cavalry do counter skirmishers, yeah? Yeah, they do. We're still gonna need some siege towers though. So let's get a couple of those. You have come of age. And we have no one to marry to you, do we? No. Okay. We're getting close to the end of the episode here. You want to be gregarious. That would not help you. We're gonna make you lustful instead. We're gonna binge drink. We're gonna grab professional workforce. That should help build faster. But we will head for architect so we can colonize this at speed. And already we can see we lost a huge chunk of income because of the troops we have. But we had to get these. Without these, we're not secure because they're gonna declare. Yeah, they're gonna declare. Which is fine because I'm gonna take their stuff. We should be able to win this. We can, however, build this. Me and the boys are tired of your useless blabbering. Well, that's nice, but it won't exactly be blabbering in a second, so actually let's raise you here so that we can siege the one in the south first. Naturally we lost our marshal, so we're gonna have to replace him. Please support the military so that we still have some income. We should be able to siege you faster than he can siege the capital. Yeah, we should catch you out. Let's pick you. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. Go to Mount Graham and liberate that immediately. Uh, do we really have to chase all these troops, man? Sending an emissary is gonna fail. Let's try to scatter the bandits. We did. This was in where? Here. And we don't have the money for this, which is the problem. God, you're annoying. Okay. We do have ticking war score on our side, I'm pretty sure. Can you get to the capital faster, please? Problem is I can't really attack him there. He will have defensive bonuses. Good, that's done. Can we marry our son to anyone? To a beautiful one, which is not exactly what we wanted. I do not have the troops to fight him. Not in his own territory, and he's just gonna move back and forth. Let's see if we can split him though. That's nice. Not who we wanted you to marry, but I'll accept this. We can extort subjects. Let's do that. We can also train for a tournament. Let's not do that. Right, so we have some money. Let's get some orc pikemen. We need them anyway. How are we for time? We've gone past the hour. So I'm gonna stop here. We'll continue this in the next episode. I know it hasn't been very dynamic or anything, and we're basically waiting on a number of territories, but we don't really have a choice because we definitely don't have the forces to fight them, and we definitely don't have the forces to fight them. We might be able to attack them if we grow a bit more, and if we get rid of frugal armorers, then we'd be able to go for bits of Goblin Town. Until then, however, we're stuck as we are. So, um, I'm sure it will get a bit more exciting in the future. Please leave a comment, throw me a like, a subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye for now.